This is the Simpit. I'm your host, Sean Cole, but the real star of today's show are you guys, the Pit Crew, because you are here each and every day to hang out and talk sim racing news, and we are here for today's edition of the Pit Stop. I gotta tell you, today feels like a Monday. I don't know if I've ever said that. I just noticed my camera's out of whack. Everything's a little out of whack. Number one, before I get too far into this show today, a little audio check from you guys. I have it in the yellow, low end of the yellow, but everything around me is different. It might look the same to you right now, but I gotta tell you, everything is totally different. Over the weekend, I put this together. That is the new R-Seat S1 and monitor stand. You can see there's not a computer hooked up or wires even. That's the way my weekend went. In addition to that, on a personal note, I got a new bicycle, and I was putting that together as well. So it was a crazy weekend, and I worked through the night, every night, and I'm here Monday morning, and I feel like I didn't sleep at all. A little quiet on the mic still. All right, I'm going to turn it up just a little bit. It's not even being responsive. Something went weird with my settings, perhaps. I don't know what's going on. Audio's great. Audio's low, low, low. Everyone's saying low, except Darren says it's great. Depends on your device, what you're using as well. You're maxed and you can barely hear me. Well, then that's a little bit on your end. Yeah, I think a tad low. Volume is too low. I don't know what I can do about it. Maybe I had the microphone too far away. Something has changed my audio settings, but again, looking at this picture, you can see why. I've been through hell and back, so to speak. No, I had to completely tear apart one rig and monitor stand and my whole setup. Put it all back together again, and this is as loud as it's going to be today, people. So, yeah, there was a Windows update that might be part of it as well. Right now, by my sight, I actually am fine. I'm into the yellow when I talk loud. I'm just almost to the yellow under normal, and every once in a while, I will spike up into the red. So, I think now we're in good shape. Anyway, and I'm moving in 3 days. So again, little reminder before we get the show going that in 3 days, Wednesday will be my last show. And then we will be off the air for almost a week as we change studios. So I apologize for that now. Anyway, let's get on to today's news. What is going on in the world of sim racing? We'll come back to other things. But obviously, Sim Racing Expos over the weekend. Right now, I'm still waiting on a certain amount of information to come in. So let's talk about sim racing. I'm going to show you some places where you can get some Sim Expo news and information. I'll talk about a little bit of it, but that was the big deal over the weekend. So it's crisper now that it's closer. Yeah, well, the microphone also got moved. So patch 107 is now live on the PC version of F1 2017. I agree, Babs. I love the silver, and okay, you know what? I'm going to go back to this real quick. We'll come back to the news, but I love the silver, and the S1 is their new rig. So I've tested and reviewed the N1, which is a very elaborate, very large rig. It's gorgeous, maybe a bit bigger than I need my rig to be. I've been riding or driving in the RS1 for quite some time, and I love its compact design. But both of the previous models were very upright. I mean, if you had to give it one, my biggest complaint of the R-Seat was they were a little upright. The new rig has the best features of the S1, I mean of the N1, and the profile of the RS1. Yeah, the camera is a little low, but I'm not going to start messing with that or it'll jump all over the place on us. I could probably give it a little, you're just missing my bald head. Anyway, it's really stout. It's really sturdy. It's also more reclined. The pedals are a little more elevated than the previous models, or the seat is a little bit lower. The wheel is a little bit more up in your face and more of a modern F1 type position. Not quite a full laid out, but very, very, very happy with this rig so far. So anyway, that is my rig, my new rig. I'm super happy about it. And I also have a next level FGT here for review. So much stuff, all this stuff showing up at my door as I'm moving. All right, I got to get the show going, and we're going to be here all day long. So there's some patch notes. If you go to that Twitter and follow the link, you'll see the patch notes. And it's the other kind of stuff, the stuff that we wanted to see, but fixed in issues with players coming and going, fixed some crash things, various updates. Engine audio no longer gets stuck in first gear when exiting the pits, and a few other changes. So time to update your F1 2018. Race room. Well, they were there. I mean, they're always there. The Race Room Cafe, right? Anyway, but a lot going on at Race Room. The WTCR events that I think we have a link, and we'll talk about that. But great looking setup there at Nürburgring. And that was there. Look at all those rigs. Look at that. That is 3 deep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's like 18 sims right there, it looks like. Wow. Did I have more out of Race Room? Hold on. And yeah, so then this I can't remember what that one was. Anyway, but yeah, Race Room was there at the big event. Lots of 30 sims. Holy crap, it's 30s. So there you go. What else? Assetto Corsa, they were there all over the place as well. In fact, here's a picture of them. Who's that? Raul Suarez, who came to their booth. Who's this crazy guy who came to the Assetto booth? Oh, that's Thomas Jackermeyer, a fanatic. Looks like obviously those guys are best friends and having a good time. But Assetto Corsa showing off there as well. Another picture of the whole group from the event, and you can find out all the details they had going on there from Sim Expo. Yeah, the Race Room Cafe is a permanent installation at Nordschleife. So they didn't have to do anything to set this up. That's sitting there 365 days of the year. Excuse me. New coffee cup holder with the new rig. You should see the shifter mount on this rig. It is the beefiest shifter mount I have ever seen in my entire life. Who else was there? iRacing was also there at Sim Expo. We saw Will Vincent's tattoo. There's a picture. That's Kevin Bobbitt right there. You guys probably know him from the forums and maintaining things. But that's Kevin Bobbitt, who was there in Germany and well-known iRacing guy, along with Steve Meyer, obviously. Myers. Coanda Motorsport. There's, that's not Mitchell Dujong. Where's Mitchell? Who are these guys? Coanda Sim Sport crew found some amazing art to add to their growing trophy case, thanks to Neo Endurance and Walder Art. That's the guy from Walder Art presenting the image to Coanda. Very cool. What else is going on at the iRacing booth? I know they're showing off their AI, artificial intelligence. You could race against the computer. Can you believe it? I know. And I have a keyboard, the sippy cup. Sorry, double clutch says I'm being risky. I have, normally all of this is like totally in my way today because I haven't really gotten dialed in just yet. But there's iRacing up on the big stage as well. Various different sims were playing up on the big stage for a handful of different competitions that went on there. So yeah, anyway, so the various photos of the action, the big crowd watching the big iRacing event going on there. And, oh, they're the race spot guys. What else were they showing off? More racing, interviews afterward, champions up on the stage. There we go. And yeah, so there you go. Lots going on. Oh, there's Kevin and Steve enjoying a beer. Giant beer. That beer would put me to bed right there. I couldn't even finish that thing. Anyway, so yeah, lots of cool stuff out of iRacing at the Sim Expo as well. Hey, Dave Clymer, how you doing? Say hello to your mom, Dave. Tell her I'm a big fan of yours. Be sure to tell her that. RFactor. Okay, so RFactor was there. 3 different announcements out of RFactor at Sim Expo. So here they are. You can see they have that very famous Porsche. They're being used as a simulator. And announcement 1. Announcement 1 was new cars. So the McLaren M23, MP4/8, MP4/13 are all coming to RFactor. And why? Because they're an integral part of McLaren Shadow. So anyway, new McLaren car models coming to us very quickly, very soon, out of RFactor 1. I mean, out of RFactor 2. What's announcement number 2? Announcement number 2 was a laser scan version of Nordschleife plus Nürburgring GP, fully scanned using 2018 data. So that's something else that will be able to be coming to RFactor 2 very quickly. Yeah, the climber mom joke will never die. I think that's what we're talking about. Yeah, great question, Menace. Will the AI make use of a slow outlap? Like, are they going to even acknowledge the way the tire model and temperature works? Yeah, they are expensive, double clutch. But, you know, look at how much metal is in there. And then look at even if you bought all the stuff to make a good profile rig, still going to run you $600 or $700 easily. Maybe without even getting to a seat. And then the final announcement out of RFactor was just a whole bunch of other content and things that they're working on. More laser scan tracks are coming. Graphical improvements are coming. AI improvements are coming. There's a new user interface in the works. You can do things from a remote computer with the new UI. Motec interface is in development. In-game overlays are going to be changed. A new Tatus open wheeler, Zandvoort, is going to be released this week. Other confirmed tracks, Portland International and Botany Ring. And content from Riza is expected to release before the end of the month. Cars, the Matalamaro AJR, the Matalamaro MR18, MCR Sports 2000, and the Formula V. In addition to that, the tracks coming from Riza are going to be Guapore and Ibarra. So lots happening and going on coming out of RFactor. In addition to that, where's my Steam? No, not that one. Is it this one? Latest build update RFactor 2 1.1111 now available. Full support for auto shift as a parameter. The UI garage setup screen McLaren MP48 demo's been updated. Current build. So yeah, lots going on out of RFactor right now. And they have a new demo that is also out. Bear with me here. Whoops. No, that's not what I wanted. Dang it. Yes, Portland. I said Portland, didn't I? I said Portland International Raceway. That is correct. There we go. So the new demo is also out, apparently. There's been some updates to the demo version that is now available as well. All right, that takes us to the end of the RFactor news. Race department, also there. There's the front of the whole expo. Some checking it out shots. You know, I'm showing you this because if you want to see it, you can go to Race Department's Twitter feed and check out these in more detail. Listen to the audio that goes along with it as well. There they are, checking out. Those are the Wave Italy pedals. I know those pedals very well. Those are the Wave Italy pedals. Here they are checking something else. Oh, some interview of the Assetto Corsa guys. Lots of stuff over at Race Department. So I highly suggest going over the Race Department Twitter feed and checking out all the things that they saw at Sim Expo. Pretty much everything. They've got, unfortunately, that's a Wave Italy simulator. Oh, with the halo. I drove that simulator, but it didn't have a halo. So anyway, tons of stuff to check out at their feed. Great job by them covering Sim Expo. Very jealous. I don't know if a phone version is my way of doing stuff, but my hat's off to them for having great footage of everything. And then there's also a write-up, Sim Racing Expo 2018, Day 1 in review. Here they are hanging out with the, let's see, Assetto. Is that Assetto? Yeah, Assetto and race department hanging out together. Thomas Ollie Pakala actually posted this, but this is the video of the new Porsche Wheel that was featured at Sim Expo from the Fanatic booth. Nice looking steering wheel. Ooh, it looks like it has 4 paddle shifters. You catch that? You got the little clutch one there and a shifter there. Nicely labeled buttons and display. Looks like we've got typical rev lights at the top and then warning lights. So it looks like instead of the typical Fanatic display, this has more like a SLI type display. Yes, next year we will have to make it. Next year, Amir. Next year. RFactor 2, Frito Sport. Portland is coming to RFactor 2. Yes, so much going on out of Sim Expo. And our very own Amir, KA Sim Racing on YouTube. KA Sim Racing has some videos. Looks like we've got about 6 videos from Sim Racing Expo. So I'm going to play just a little bit. Here's him walking in. I know that he met up with Mitchie Hoyer when he was there. Oh, that's that Porsche Wheel. This is all footage from Amir, a.k.a. KA Sim Racing. Anyway, a whole video log number 2. Some of the GT3 race as well. Oh, there's Amir. So here he is checking out the race. But if you go to KA Sim Racing, oh, here's Mitchie Hoyer on the InSim. There he is. There goes Mitchie. Mitchie, you brought your gloves to Sim Expo? I'm not laughing at you. I'm not laughing at you. Or did they give you gloves to wear? What else did Amir get? He got a shot of the Wave Italy simulator with that halo. Oh, it's a flip down halo. Look at that shirt. Look at that shirt Amir is strutting. Oh, where was it? I saw it for a blink of an eye. When did Mitchie go around? There it is. Amir strutting in the Simpit t-shirt. Awesome. Great job. Thank you, Amir. Thank you for representing. Thank you for getting some footage that we can all check out. I drove this simulator at IAAPA, the trade show for roller coaster companies, almost a year ago now. So, very cool. You can check that out at KA Sim Racing. Wednesday night will be Hot Lap Pump Day. I'm now trying to figure out how am I going to do that. I was going to shut down Wednesday morning. This is Wednesday evening. So, this Wednesday, September 19th, that's 2 days from now, from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m., that's East Coast time. That'll be 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. my time. Don't know what car, don't know what track, but if you want to join us, it'll be cool. It'll be on iRacing, and they will just throw it at us, and then we can just see how we can do under those circumstances. I love Hot Lap Pump Day because nobody knows what's coming. Nobody in the event knows whether they're going to be raced, and sometimes it works to your favor. A car and track combo, maybe you know, and sometimes it's not your discipline and you're struggling to find pace, but it will be fun. So that'll be coming up Wednesday night. I will be on the air for that somehow, some way. Excellent. I didn't know that the Simpit shirt had so much clout. That's great. Couple articles here just mentioning NVIDIA delays the availability of the GeForce RTX 20 by a week. Also, PC Gamer talking about a week delay on those video cards. So anybody who's hoping to get one quick, you have to wait one more week. This is a little disturbing, and I guess it applies to any game that you've purchased online or any game that you've purchased DLC for online, even more directly, something like iRacing, iRental as some people would like to call it. Apple is deleting movies customers purchased on iTunes and denying refunds. So for whatever reason, you bought an online version of, I don't know, Ocean's 8. And all of a sudden, a year or two goes by, and Apple decides we don't want that movie anymore, and they pull it. But you paid for it. So those who complained in this letter from Apple, oh, well, here, have 2 free rentals. But that's a lot different than 2 movies you owned. Anyway, that's unfortunate, and just kind of keep that in mind as you're buying modern era games. I don't know if they're going to have that I own it for the rest of my life. Now, I admit, I have a box of games over there that I'm never going to fire up again. So despite owning it, does it matter? If a tree falls in the woods, does it make a sound? If you own a game and you don't install it and play it, is it any different than them having pulled it? And even if I did put one of those games in, it would be so disappointing. I'd have regretted my time of digging it out of the box and installing it. So anyway, a little thought on mine. Hands-on with the Subor Z Plus, AMD Tech tested a new Chinese console. Supposedly this console will run like Windows 10. So this could be the next-gen consoles. We might get to a point coming up sooner than you think where it's not just Xbox and PlayStation and even Nintendo, but we could have some new people coming into the market trying different things for sure. AMD confirms it's working with Microsoft on the future of cloud gaming. That gets back to exactly what I was saying here. I'm not sure what the future is, but recently, very recently, I saw a video of somebody playing a game via the cloud on a Nintendo Switch. And it was a game that the Switch cannot play. So the good side of cloud gaming is it could downgrade how much computer you need to play it. The downside is for us high performance gamers, that's just not going to cut it. I'm sorry. Some good news to you Formula 1 2008. No, I'm sorry, to Assetto Corsa Competizione players. But apparently SimVibe owners, it works on day one. So if you have SimVibe and you wondered, oh wow, will it just actually work for Corsa? Yep, it will. You just need to duplicate your current profile in Sim Commander and point it to the acc.exe in Steam, and it works like a champ. So apparently anything that you had ready to go in Assetto Corsa, you are going to be able to do it with Assetto Corsa Competizione, and you might as well give it a shot and try it out. There you go. Get you one more day of fun out of Assetto Corsa Competizione. Just giving you a little perspective, not going to dwell, but NPD.com, I don't even know what that stands for. Video games in the US increases 40%. God, I'm blown away that it's growing at that kind of rate. And I'm saying that based on kind of the quality of the games that are coming out. I don't see games coming out with like 5-star reviews. I see games coming out with 3.5-star reviews. Yet that's good enough for a 40% growth to $19.5 billion. Trials Rising goes back to its roots, so just an article on Trials Rising. If you want to check that out, you can find that at True Achievements. Not really a sim, so I'm just going to move right along, but a lot of you guys, I've played Trials and loved it, and a lot of you guys probably have done the same. So, anyway, there you go. Trials Rising goes back to its roots. Yep. Farm Simulator, that's also at True Achievements. Fact sheets focus on some mammoth machines. So, there you go, all you Farm 19 people. Also at Grip Racing, Combat Racing gets ready for a showdown. So they have a Grip live stream that went on. I believe that was last Thursday. And you can find out about that. Moving right along, WTCR, the Oscaro. This is, I should add this at the front of the story thing up there with the race room. But Dorniden and Stang share the wins. Banky reclaims Esport WTCR Oscaro lead. So congratulations to Dornadin for his win. Other took event. Anyway, you can get the full write-up there at FIAWTCR.com. And big mix-up, and who was it? Somebody wasn't there this weekend. Was it Jack Keatley who couldn't make it this weekend? I think it was. That could have been part of it. ACC also received its first patch. I didn't know this has gone on. This is over at Sim Racing World, simracers.es. But apparently there was a patch to Assetto Corsa Competizione. Fixed the AI running out of fuel. Fixed an error that closed the game when detecting the change of the T500. Time loop after midnight. Oh, I had that problem. I got in that problem where it wouldn't leave after midnight. It went to night and it kind of got stuck there. I noticed that, and I was actually trying to do a back-to-day transitions, and it didn't. Macro, not even micro. No Grip Racing is dead. No, I did not hear that. What else? SimRacers.es also talks about the RISA content that's coming. We already mentioned that in the RFactor news as well, but a Melamaro AJR. We get some photos. Nah, I hate articles that don't have photos. Anyway, you can find that at simracers.es. Man, this is not working. None of this is freaking right. My mouse isn't moving right. The keyboard tray is awesome, but I have my wiring all wrong, and it's screwing me up so bad. Sim Racing World, talking about Mizaluk. I don't know how to say that. Mizaluk? Mizaluk? This is a track coming to RFactor 2 from Lemax Sim Racing Mods. It's a work in progress right now. I love roads like this, where you have like roads and other parts of town being utilized to create a track. There he is in the Skip Barber car. Ooh, showing off even some of the weather effects. Look at that. What else? Motorsporttotal.com talks about remember that event we talked about that went on at Sim Racing Expo? Did Amir, Mitchie, any of you guys tune in for this? Did anybody actually care? But this was like the 4 media people going at multiple disciplines. They ran a real thing, a drift competition, a 911 GT3, a couple of different sims. And anyway, in the end, Daniel Apt, don't know who it is. I don't know who any of these people are. I'm assuming people in Europe probably do. Daniel Apt won with 8 points. Christian Menzel with 7. Sydney Hoffman with 5. And Miriam Holler with 4. I know they did an RC race. I have to just hold this over here. What the F is killing me? Anyway, that was another event that did go on at Sim Expo. And I believe this was separate. So Autosport talking about the first 3 gamers qualify for Le Mans Esports Series finale. We had told you guys about that going on. Anyway, Sean Arnold, David Hoke, and Chris Farkas have become the first gamers to book their place in the finals of Le Mans Esports Series. So they had the fastest 10 drivers from each region, Europe, Asia, and the Americas, in a hot lap qualifying, competed in 3 online races, with the winner advancing straight to the Le Mans Super Final and earning a $1,000 cash prize. Arnold, more commonly known as JSR Commando. And look at them playing with their controllers. Isn't that really cool? What a competition. What an outstanding driving competition. I'm just going to give Forza a big applause for leading the way in esport with hand controller competitions for money and racing pride. Sorry, a little sarcasm there, but come on. Reviews. I'm just showing one. Drop the full F-bomb. Can't do it. We're a family show here. Anyway, reviews are starting to come out all over the place. I haven't had the time to read any or listen to any better yet, but this one here is at SWE Viver. I've seen 3 or 4 others, but certain presenters are being given the ability to show off the new 8K and 5K full review of the new PMAX displays. So that's kind of cool for you waiting on the next gen of VR, myself included. That we already covered. And then my last story of the day comes back to our truck racing series. I don't know if any of you guys got to see the sim racing Simpit truck series on Friday night. We had a really, really fun race, and it was some cutthroat racing. If you watch it from my perspective, I was too wide a good portion of the race, which just made it exciting and fun. And despite being too wide most of the race, I finished without a scratch, but unfortunately the best I could do was finish in 4th. And to be honest with you, I think I qualified in like 14th or something. I was really proud of a 4th place with the way those guys were running. Michael Thompson was the big winner. Michael Thompson leading the way in the series right now with 43 points. Mark Mikowski last year finished 2nd, starting things off this year in 2nd with 42 points. And Richie Hearn, former IndyCar driver and no slouch to sim racing. That guy is fast. Came in 3rd place, finishing 41. Michael and Richie are teammates. I wonder if they did some work together. And then this week, Friday night, we are going to change it up. We're going to be running at Sonoma, just where the IndyCar guys. And, oh, Scott Dixon wins the championship in Simpit Blue and Orange. Got to love that. I picked him at Long Beach. I saw that car. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to be a Dixon fan this year. What do you know? He wins the championship. They should pay me to be a fan, I guess. So that is going to do it for today's show. Things in the works. Before I move, I'm really going to try to get this review done for our seat. So, got all the footage done. Everything's built up. Everything's really a little mixed up right now for me. So, I'm just kind of getting through everything I possibly can before I leave. Wednesday, again, will be the last pit stop before I move. Wednesday night, I will be here for Hot Lap Hump Day. I hope you guys come out and race. We'll be giving away the password so you can join us during the stream. And if you're part of the patron group, we'll get you in first. And in addition to that, just lots of other work and moving and hopefully doing some racing as well. So anyway, happy Monday to you guys. I know today was a little mixed up. My head's all scrambled eggs. So we'll see if we can recover by tomorrow and get things going. As soon as I finish this, I am right back to working on this rig. I need this thing driving and racing within an hour or so. It's all ready to go, super comfy. So hopefully I'll be on track before the end of the day. And then I got a big giant ride. All the patron guys got to see me in my most unflattering form. I accidentally went out live not knowing I had, and I wasn't wearing a shirt. And anyway, the one reason I have a bike on the way is I just felt like I'm not in the shape I used to be. And so now I am going to conquer that as well. So anyway, I'm excited about that. Sorry to subject you guys to that, but it's a personal battle issue, personal agenda. Just a little about me on the inside more than just sim racing. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the show. Hope you'll be back for tomorrow's show. And again, we'll be off the air Thursday and Friday for sure. That's going to do it for today. This is the Sim Pit. I'm Sean Cole. Oh, happy birthday to Jesse Conroy. I wished him a happy birthday last week, and I had the date wrong. Today is Viking Elite Racing. King of the Dabs, Jesse Conroy. Happy birthday to you, buddy. And that is going to do it for today's show. This is the Sim Pit. I'm Sean Cole, and I'll see you on the track.